Hello, my fire signs, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with a reading for you called Reunions or Release. We're going to be taking a look at those of you who are more than likely in separation from somebody that you're thinking about for this reading. And if you guys can come back together, or if it's really time for you to energetically, spiritually let this person go in your heart, in your mind, in your soul. Let's take a look at that. General as always, so it's not going to resonate with every single person. Please do take from it what makes sense for you, release the rest. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below in the description box. And of course, I'll include a link to all of the decks and creators that you see here today. So these are the three that we'll be using for your focus messages here today. These first two are, if I can speak today, Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. The first one is the Sacred Elements of the Soul Oracle. And this one is the Divine Awakening of the Soul Oracle. And then we'll go ahead and grab a card from this deck by Sister Moon Tarot, Sensual Sweet, Angelic Whispers, okay? So let's see what comes through here for you. And of course, cross watchers are certainly welcome to view this reading. So let's grab your first card here. Angels and Spirit Guides for Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. What is your first card? Reunion or Release is what we're looking at here. We have cunning, sly, manipulative. So if this is the type of person that you are in separation from, we're going to have to see if they're still in that energy. And obviously if they are, because if they are being manipulative, this is somebody that you can't trust, somebody that more than likely is very deceptive, and therefore you're better off without this person. We're going to have to take a look and see where they're at now. Okay, so let's go ahead and add to this with this deck here. Let's grab another card. I'm guided to this one. Shedding the old you. Okay, so if they're shedding the old version of themselves, and if the old version of who they were is this type of person, that might actually be a good thing, especially if they recognize that they can't be coming towards you with this type of energy. If they want a reunion, that's not going to work. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab your third card here. That's interesting why that's coming through in that way. For Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius, what is your third focus card? I'm immediately guided to this one. Wrap me up in your smile and take me home. Okay, you guys could have even lived together, for some of you guys that resonate with that. So they've changed, I feel. There's been a shift in their energy. They're hopefully no longer this cunning, sly, manipulative type person. And there could also be something about their smile that you really love, or something about your smile that they love and are very attracted to. Okay, so we'll take a look and see if they truly have changed. All right, so let's go ahead and add to this with some insight from Mystic Moon Oracle's deck. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Reunion or release? Is it time to let them go? Have they changed? Are they a better person? They're going to have to earn their way back into your life for that reunion. So let's take a look. Self-worth. Okay, now for those of you guys who detached from somebody like this, you had to find your self-worth, your self-confidence. You needed to find love within yourself in order to take control of the situation and get yourself out of a toxic situation there. Let's see what else. So that's actually a good thing. We've got inner child. Okay, so if this resonates with you, there could be some traumatic experiences that you might have had as a child that when you met this person, you know, if this was something that you dealt with as a child, that could have been very traumatic and painful for some of you. But also, shedding the old you might have something to do with your upbringing. Perhaps there could be some lessons that you needed to learn from your childhood and why it's presenting itself in that way. We've got shadow work here. Okay, so if your person has done some shadow work on themselves, that actually is a very good thing, because this is somebody who actually puts in the work to heal their behaviors. And they want you back, you see? They want that reunion. Wrap me up in your smile and take me home. I'm a better person. I've changed. I've shifted. I'm not the same person that hurt you. But as you can see here, we've got fear followed by the divine masculine. So, you know, I don't want to assume that it's always the masculine that's hurting the feminine, because it could go either way. But in this particular instance, it could be the divine masculine who wants to return to the feminine, who's actually done work on themselves, knowing that they were in this energy of being cunning and sly and manipulative before, but they are working on shedding that part of themselves that they know was not a good person. But they could also be really afraid to approach the feminine, wanting this reunion. These cards are really painting a particular story here. And then we have healing. So we have a masculine here who's really working on that, which is good. Wanting to find balance in their life once again. Look at this. Reinventing themselves. This could apply to the feminine as well. Working on you, your own self-healing during this time that you guys are not together. And then we have patience. Okay, so this might be one of those situations where it's not going to happen right away as far as a reunion, but it clearly is indicated here that we have a divine masculine here who wants this return. They want that reunion. But it's also, they're also in this energy of fear where they might be afraid to bring about the changes in this relationship as far as taking that first step to come back. So my feminines, if you haven't heard from your masculine, you just got to have patience until they get rid of this energy of fear to come towards you. That's what I'm getting from that. So let's go ahead and grab some additional insight from the Pining Rose Love Oracle. This is by Calico Moon. Angels and spirit guides, please, for my fire signs, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. What else do we need to know? So they want to come back. They want that reunion. And it seems that they've really worked on themselves, or in the process of doing that. Look at that. Look at this message. Or it even says messages. They want to reach out to you. They definitely want to reach out to you and get the conversation going. But they could be afraid. Again, the masculine. But this is true love. That's how they see you, as a true love. And maybe that's how you see them as well. We have dancing through my dreams. So I kind of feel that you guys are still connected energetically, vibrationally, spiritually. You're still connected. And you could certainly be seeing this person in your dreams. They could be seeing you in theirs. We have an apology right here. I'm sorry. We have a ring here. So for some of you, this could have been a wedding ring. This could be a promise ring, an engagement ring, a friendship ring, whatever it is. We're talking about two people who are not together right now because somebody kind of ruined the dynamic of the partnership because they were being manipulative, deceptive somehow. What else for my fire signs? What else do we need to know? Yes, for some of you, you got to work on this self-love. Actually, for both of you. Work on this during this time of separation. There's this passionate connection still. The desire is still here. And it's interesting how it's falling right next to that divine masculine card. So it could certainly be the masculine who definitely still desires the feminine. And maybe my feminines, this is something that you needed to know. You needed to know this. That you're still desired. And it's just a matter of time before this message reaches you. Wow. That's what's coming through from that. Okay. So let's go ahead and add to this with some additional guidance. So let's grab some tarot messages to see what else we can learn here. But it does appear that a reunion certainly is desired. I mean, the masculine is coming through wanting a return, wanting to come back. But my feminines, you could be feeling the same way. wanting to be a part of your masculine's life again. I forgot to mention, this is my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle. For those unfamiliar with it, it's tarot with a twist. So it contains all of the typical tarot messages, but I've also included new oracle messages as well as new cord cards to this deck. So let's take a look and see, my fire signs, what else you need to know at this time. All right, so we have the Four of Pentacles. For some of you, maybe your person could be an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So you could have had a very controlling partner, and maybe they, as far as their money matters, their finances, maybe they were just really stingy and greedy with their material possessions. That's kind of what I get from this person. They couldn't offer you the security that you were looking for in the partnership before. However, we do have the Six of Wands right after that. This is your own fire energy here. So this still has the capability of being a very successful union. That progress can still be made. We have the oak tree coming through here, the mighty oak tree. Warm, friendly, protective, action taker. So I have a feeling here, once this shadow work has come to completion, I'm feeling it more so for the masculine, but this can apply to the feminine as well. That person, it could be you, it could be them, taking action to bring you guys back together. My divine feminines, you're coming through as the Empress here. Abundance, beauty. You could already have children with your person, your masculine, or this is something that you guys have wanted, to be able to build a life with your person, to have a family someday, because it does represent motherhood, fertility, pregnancy. And this is also a time for you to be very nurturing with yourself. We do have that self-love card that's already come through. So during this time of separation, you're being guided to work on yourself, on your healing. It's going to come together when it's meant to, when your person more than likely is ready to take action. We've got the Knight of Cups here, so water energy for some. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is a very romantic lover right here. Romantic proposal, someone who's very charming, very attractive, and they're just as attracted to you. You guys might decide to start dating again, give it another try, allow your relationship to bloom and to grow once again. That's what this masculine certainly is wanting. But as you can see, it's right next to that fear card. So they want this, but maybe they're just afraid to reach out to the feminine for now. But again, it's just a matter of time before they do. They see you as a true love connection. And then we've got the Hermit here. Some of you guys might be Virgo, or you could even have Virgo in your chart. This is a time of soul searching right here. Just being able to spend time alone to figure things out. It's a time of introspection, looking for that inner guidance, following your heart, following your gut. Contemplation. It's next to the divine masculine. So this masculine might really be doing a lot of soul searching, or they've already done that. That's what contributed to them doing that shadow work, I feel, and shedding the old version of who they were, because they know that if they were to come towards the feminine with this type of energy, they're going to hit a wall. They're not going anywhere. Okay, so that's what's coming through from that. Let's go ahead and add to this with some additional guidance. Now let's grab some dialogue messages here from my Thinking Man Oracle. This is the volume 2 version. So let's grab some messages from the divine masculine here and what the masculine would want to say to the feminine at this time. Angels and spirit guides, please, for my fire signs. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. What is the message from the masculine? Okay, so look at this. I can't do this alone. I need you to help me bring us back together. And it's true. You know, it does take two people to be able to manifest a reunion, because this masculine can want it all they want, but my feminines, if you're not wanting it, then it's not going to happen. So if you're both on the same page, then absolutely that reunion can happen. I'll be there. Maybe they weren't there for you before. Maybe they were just kind of like that absentee partner that just was not there for you in the way you needed them to be there. What else? Now, for some of you guys, this does apply, okay? It's the end of the road for us, no regrets. So there is a reunion that certainly is possible for some of you, but for some of you guys tuning in, maybe in your heart of hearts, you know you haven't heard from your person because it is the end of the road and you're not willing to give them another opportunity to come back. Even if they do come forward telling you, I've changed, I want to return, I want you to be a part of my life, etc., etc. Maybe there's still a part of you that believes that they're still cunning, sly, and manipulative. So if it is the end of the road, and if you have no regrets, okay, then it is what it is. That's for some of you guys. I can still remember how your kisses felt. No other kiss could ever compare. My lips long to kiss you again. And one last message. How it breaks me that I never told you that you really are the love of my life, and no one else can ever touch my heart the way you have. Okay, so we've got quite an array of messages coming through on behalf of the divine masculine. So we have some masculines that know that it is the end of the road as far as getting back together with the feminine, because maybe it's too late. Maybe my feminine, some of you have moved on to another relationship, or you know you're no longer interested in this person. So take that if it applies. If you know in your heart that this is not something that you are wanting to invest your time in anymore. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some messages on behalf of the feminine now. So if you know it's over, then that's a part of your truth, and that's a part of your journey and your healing. So let's go ahead and grab some messages from the Woman's Intuition Oracle. Divine Feminine messages now. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. All right, my feminines, what do you need to say? What's in your heart? Okay, some of you are feeling this way. You are my favorite obsession. You're still very much obsessed with your masculine and wanting them to be a part of your life. You and me, we're not perfect, but we're perfect together. So this could be a perfect match for you still. My life is shit without you. Okay, so if you feel this way, maybe the both of you could be feeling this way, but this is a message from the feminine to the masculine. Feeling perhaps that things just haven't been going well. You know, it literally is just falling apart without your masculine perhaps, or you just haven't been able to heal and pick yourself up once you guys went into separation. And you still want your masculine back in your life. What do you want? Never mind, I already know. Okay, so your intuition, my feminines, is already letting you know that one of two ways. Either you know that it's a done deal, it's the end of the road, or you know in your heart that there is a reunion that you're both ultimately wanting. Okay, so let's grab one more card here from the feminine. Your kiss lingers on my lips still. Now remember this message from the masculine. I can still remember how your kisses felt. No other kiss could ever compare. My lips long to kiss you again. And then from the feminine, your kiss lingers on my lips still. There's something about that kiss that's very special and passionate, and you still remember it. The masculine does as well. All right, so that's what's coming through here. So let's go ahead and grab some final messages to wrap things up here for this reading. I wanted to use the lyricism deck. This is by Bridget from Divine Essentials. So let's see what the lyrics are to wrap things up here for this reading. So a couple of scenarios here, my fire signs, and you'll know which direction it's going to go. Just trust your intuition and your gut, because for some of you, you know in your heart that there is a reunion, that that's possible. And for others, you know that it's the end of the road, that it's a done deal. So if you know that, maybe in the 3D world you guys have released each other, but if you haven't been able to let them go in your heart, that is where the releasing needs to happen. Okay? All right, for fire signs, wrapping it up with some lyrics here. When you find yourself lying helpless in her arms, you know you really love a woman. Okay? So we could have a masculine here who is in this helpless energy when they're in the feminine's presence. It's like, you're the one I want. I don't want anyone else. I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. So you both could be feeling this way, very lonely, hungering for each other, craving each other, desiring each other still. Have I told you lately that I love you? I have a feeling no, you guys haven't, since we're focusing on those of you who are in separation. But, you know, through this message, they might just finally tell you how they feel, and that includes letting you know that they love you. Darling, darling, stand by me. Okay? Your pet names for each other could even be darling, if that applies. And they're really wanting you to stand by them, to support them on this journey and towards their healing, as well as your own healing. But for the majority, I do feel that a reunion certainly is possible. All right, let's grab one more message, one more card. What a wicked game you play to make me feel this way. Okay, so part of that wicked energy could certainly have to do, for those of you who know that it's time to release because they're still manipulative. You know that they're not a good person for you. But this could also be very playful in energy, very sexual in energy as well, for those of you that relate to that. Okay, so that's what's coming through here, guys. It's kind of, I would say, maybe 60-40, 60% are leaning more towards a reunion, and the other 40, it's, you know, it's a done deal. You know that it's time to let them go in your heart and release them. Okay, so take whatever part of this makes sense for you. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below in the description box. That's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Take care.